Rises from SIDS. My name is Jewel, and I want to thank you for clicking the link to this video. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me on this platform. I really appreciate all of you. So just big shout out to everyone who shared my previous video. If you missed that video, please click the link down below so you can catch up with me. I relaunched the channel about a week ago, and it's been a long time. I have not filmed in nearly 2 years, and it's so crazy how time flies. But everything happens for a reason, and I believe that I've been released and been relaunched for such a time as this. So just so happy to be back, guys, to share with you all. I was doing my own thing on Instagram for a while and on my WhatsApp stories, but nothing like home, so it was good. Big shout out to all of my new subbies. Thank you so much for choosing to be with this family, with this community. If you do not know already, this channel is dedicated to sudden infant death syndrome education, overcoming every obstacle that comes along with that, and basically my video diary journal vlogging experience of just how I've overcome through everything that's basically branched off. You have one big event that happens in your life, and then you have so many domino effects that occur thereafter. But this is a channel just to share a testimony of overcoming and survival. And if I can survive, so can you. So as you all know, we're in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, and it's fueled by fear, guys. It's fueled by fear. And when I think about fear, I think of the acronym false evidence appearing real, but my new twist on it is fake evaluations about reality. And that's really what fear is. It can cripple you. It can cause you to think things that are just so outlandish and so out there, or it can cause you to actually stop and be hindered from launching out into your destiny and purpose. And fear is really an emotion that many SIDS parents feel, because prior, and let's just be honest, prior to the death of your baby, I don't know if you were like me, but I was hyper vigilant with my daughter. I was dealing with my milk not coming through as fast as I wanted to. I was dealing with family issues. I was dealing with like just body image issues. Having a child, and they do say little girls really put a number on your body, and listen, it's the truth. It is real. But I was just going through so many things, feelings of inadequacy, and just a lot of questions about life generally. And the new responsibility of dealing with a newborn baby was just so much. And so I found myself obsessing over the amount of food that she would have. I found myself just always looking over to the crib to make sure she was breathing. I was watching all kind of videos, filling up my head with so many things. At the time, everybody and their Grammy had some sort of dream about me, and so I was listening to these people's dreams. And I'm gonna talk about dreams in one of my other videos. That's a whole topic. Okay, I was listening to so many and opening up myself to so many outside sources without looking up, without looking and trusting in God. And so when my fears were manifested in the death of my baby, oh my gosh, you know I almost lost it, right? Literally, I almost lost it, but only for the grace of God, He brought me out of such a crazy, devastating time. And going now into months later, almost a year later, finding out that I was having my rainbow baby, finding out that life was just taking a complete different turn, because I was now in a space where I had dedicated my life to God. I was in a space where I was praying. I was actually praying, and not just "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." I was like literally just praying and just talking and communicating with God. Now that I was just building a relationship with God and really allowing His word to replace those anxieties and fears that I might have had, that pregnancy was so different. The situation was so different. God even eased my worries with that child by having him to be so different, having the pregnancy to be such a different situation. And so I was not consumed with all of the outside voices and sources. I was really focused on what God's truth is. And one of my favorite scriptures is, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. All right? And you have to really come to a place where you say, you know something, if I'm feeling afraid, if I'm feeling worried, those things are not real. It's just a fake evaluation about reality. It's false evidence appearing real. All of these things that you're bogging your life with, it's just going to bring you down, especially when you're going through such vulnerable times. And like I touched on in the middle of the video, the pandemic, this thing is fueled by fear. And right now, there are so many moms on top of the worry of having a kid, you know, the general anxieties of having a newborn. You're now worried, well, especially in my country, you're now worried, are you gonna walk out this hospital alive? Is my child gonna be taken care of? What this and what that? I want to challenge you today. Toss those fears, those false evaluations about reality out of the window. Know that God has your hand and He is holding it from the beginning to the end. From the beginning to the end. Be careful of what you engage in this time. Please be careful of what you engage in this time. Ensure that your spaces are positive. Ensure that the people around you are persons who are positive, that they are not going to bring you down, that they're not going to fill your mind with so much unnecessary junk. You don't need that. You don't need unnecessary junk in this time and in this season of your life. Another thing that I want to touch on is the fear of launching out. So one of my issues, especially after losing my daughter, because you're in a weird space after SIDS. I don't know if any of you can relate. Please comment down below if you can. But after you experience SIDS, it's that weird space of not confronting people, I would say engaging with people again. Because after you go through what you go through, obviously you're at home, you're hidden away, and just going back into the community, that can be a bit daunting. And so you may worry, what are people gonna think about me? What are people gonna think about what happened to my child? What am I gonna do? Do I feel comfortable going into this old place again, in this old space again? I remember for me, it took me almost a year and a half to go back to the restaurant that I went to the day before my daughter died. I went to this restaurant for lunch, and for some reason, when I started working again, I could not go back to this food place. I avoided it because I feared the trauma that I might have endured just walking in the space. I felt like I would have broke down crying. I felt like I would have been stepping back into time. And God had to really grip me. And a year and a half later, I went, after being convicted, I was hungry. I was real hungry, y'all. And I went inside that restaurant. And everybody was so happy to see me. And those feelings of anxiety and fear that I thought would happen, me thinking that I would break down and cry and run out of the establishment, that did not happen at all. And so that's what fear is. Fear can cripple you. Fear can stop you from launching out, even in terms of, this channel. Yes, I went through what I went through, season of silence, having a rainbow baby, but I allowed life situations and things that came after that to have me not to come to you guys. I was literally terrified that what if I broke down in front of the camera? What if I said the wrong thing? Who would be watching? And God had to remind me, no, I got you covered. And He's covering me and everybody who's watching this. And so these things, these false evaluations about reality, we can toss those out the window, because we know that it's just, they're not real. Straight up, they're not real. And so don't be afraid. And I will say this to many of you, don't be afraid to try again, y'all. Don't be afraid to try again. Please do not. Please do not think, oh my goodness, is this gonna happen again? What do I do? Do I deserve to be a parent again? No, please do not. Don't allow yourself to be boxed in, because that same opportunity to try again and have another child can be the very blessing that you need to even help you to heal. That baby will not replace your precious angel. No, never. And don't get me wrong, don't think I'm ever saying that. But that little life could help you in so many ways. Hey, it can help you. He or she could help you get closer to God. He or she can help you get closer to purpose. He or she can help be the vehicle to open up your eyes to reality and life and truth. So guys, do not be ruled by fear. Do not be ruled by the false evaluations about reality. Do not. I want to challenge you from this day forward that you're going to launch out fearless and bold. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. And as always, for Darielle.